Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here, and what I have with me today, all folded up into four sections stacked on top of each other, is what's called a carry-on folding 88 key piano. It is so cool. Now this is made by BlackStar Amplification. So it comes in a really cool box, just like this. 88 keys in this box. It's so cool. All right. What it also comes with is an instruction manual, which you will need to look up all the different sounds that it makes. It has 128 sounds to it, and it is the general MIDI sound set. It also has, let's take a look back here. That's the voice list. It also has a style list so that you can do accompaniments. Another 128 of those, all right? And then it even has some demo songs thrown in. And it even comes with this nice tote bag that has a snap. So it holds everything in place, and if it tilts over a little bit, it's not going to fall out because of that snap. It also has a pedal, a damper pedal. It's just a cheap little plastic. It's a switch. Now it plugs into the back here, but it's an 1/8 inch plug. Okay, so if you want to use one of your existing, more professional damper pedals, that is usually a 1/4 inch plug, you can do so, but you're going to need to get a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch adapter, and then you can use that. All right, so let's see what this looks like unfolded now. "88 keys." I can't get over that. 88 keys in this folding plastic piano. And it is quite very well built. I have to add that. It really is. Yeah, let's put these down. That kind of holds the joints in place. And let's just see what it sounds like. Now, here's the thing. It is 88 keys, and it is the standard width of 88 keys. You can see that here compared to another digital piano that is 88 keys. And let me take my tape measure over here. We can see the width of the 88 keys over here is 4 feet, 48 inches. And we do the same thing over here. Exact same thing. Here's the problem. And while this is great, I love it, it's got a good build quality and all that stuff, it is not the length of standard keys. And that is where the problem is. Standard keys are 6 inches on the white keys and 4 inches on the black keys. This is 4 inches on the white keys and 2 inches on the black keys. The black keys don't stick up much more than just a little bit. And whereas the black keys on a standard piano keyboard stick up 1/2 inch or so. So that makes it difficult to play if you are a pianist. Now, it also, and this blows me away, MIDI over USB. That is so cool. So you can hook this up as a controller to your software synths or your software piano. So here is Piano Tech 7, and you can see that over here. And I'm going to control Piano Tech 7 with this. All right, so we can use this as a MIDI controller. That is really cool. And here's, again, the problem with the keys where a pianist really can't take this as a serious board. I am a pianist. I can't take it as a serious board, but I will be taking this with me. I'll probably have this in the car at all times just so I can have an 88 key piano with me. But I will use this as a scratch pad, this along with the laptop, or just for a party, just to have a keyboard there and play. You'd be surprised what kind of people would get together and gather around this and play some tunes and all that stuff. And I am waiting for that to happen again once this pandemic ends. But until then, I'm still having a lot of fun with this. Now, in addition to the 88 keys that I mentioned, the 128 sounds, the 128 rhythms, the 30 built-in songs, that there is built-in speakers to this too. It's 2 watts per side. It doesn't sound great. What you're hearing here is the headphone jack. I'm using that kind of as a line out and feeding that directly into my recorder so that you can hear what this sounds like that way. And it actually sounds pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. And it's got a built-in metronome as well. You can change the tempo, you can change all kind of stuff, and it is 64-note polyphony. You know, there are keyboards out there that are hundreds of dollars that don't have much more than 64-note polyphony, but this is $99. $99, 88 keys, 64-note polyphony. You're probably going to hear me say $99 a lot because I'm just blown away by what you can get for $99. And it's only 3.5 pounds. Now, on the back panel, you have, of course, the pedal jack that I just showed you, the headphone jack, which I'm using, as I mentioned, as a line out directly to my recorder. And you have the USB cable. It does come with the USB cable. You can use that to charge this with, or you can use that to go ahead and interface with your audio interface or whatever you want to. So MIDI over USB that way. And the last thing on here is a power switch. And if we look at the control side over here, so we have the parameter changes left and right. If I go right, I can change. There's a 128 different sounds. Let me go through some of those. The first 4 were pianos. Number 5 was kind of a Rhodes piano. Here's a harpsichord. Here's a xylophone. So you can hear the keys are a bit noisy, but it's $99. Speaking of the keys, all right, unlike a regular piano that you see over here, when you press a key, like that, you have sort of a hinge point or a pivot point. So it's going down in the beginning where you're touching it. And with this one, it's a totally different thing. It's more like a computer keyboard because no matter where you hit this key, whether it's at the end or near the fall board, it's the same thing. Because unlike the piano key that goes like this, anywhere you hit this, the entire key goes down. The entire key. And therefore, it's not velocity or touch sensitive. So whether you're playing this as light as you can or as hard as you can, you're going to get the same volume every single time. It's not touch sensitive. So if you're going to use this for MIDI over USB, keep that in mind as well. So this is basically going to be used as a scratch pad, which I am totally cool with. Again, to have something with me that fits into this, that's 88 keys, I'm in heaven. The build quality, like I said, it's really good. Very good build quality for $99. You can even transpose this, plus or minus 6 semitones either direction. There's a lot of other stuff here too, but let me go ahead and try another couple of things. Organ is like around patch 17 through 21. So this could easily be used as a second tier at a gig. And I mean, for things like this is a Nord Piano 4, okay? And I would use this as my main piano at a gig, but it does not have some decent organs. I could use this as the second tier at a gig with organs. Now, this giving its fold up nature, you cannot put this on a regular keyboard stand that basically has two arms to support basically a solid slab. Can't do that. But what you can do is what I'm doing right now. I have this basically on a shelf. You can pick up a wood shelf or something like that at Home Depot or Lowe's or what have you, and you're all set. You're good to go. You get the idea. And since this is the General MIDI sound set from General MIDI 1, the original spec, I should be able to go up to, let's say, 123 to 128 for sound effects. And unfortunately, there's no jog wheel. I have to hold this down to get to what I want to. But hey, $99. So I'm almost there. 123, okay. That's a C-shore. And of course, depending on what key you hit, it's going to be higher in pitch or lower. And the next one should be a bird. There we go. So cool. And the next one should be a telephone. And depending on where you hit it, lower pitch, stretches it out longer. Then there's the helicopter. Then there's applause. And of course the gunshots. Very cool. Now, who is this for? I'm a professional pianist, so I am not going to be giving a performance on this, but like I said, I could use this on a second tier and play organ with it quite easily. And I can also use it as a controller and use it as a scratch pad in combination with a DAW or something like that. And as I've demonstrated, it works with Piano Tech to use that as a controller. And it's so cool. It's you got this little keyboard here, and you've got this professional sounding piano from Piano Tech, a Steinway. All right. So for me, I have some uses for it, but in general, I think this would be really good for a child. So if you're parents and you have a little child and you want to know if they're interested in music, you don't want to spend a few $100s on a keyboard only to find out that they're really not. This is perfect. You will be able to tell within a few days, maybe a week or two, that the child has not lost interest and he continues, or she, to explore this. If that's the case, you've got a winner on your hands, and then you can go ahead and upgrade to a better digital piano. Let's go to some accompaniments here. I mean, check that out. This is really cool. It's not bad. Again, there's 128 of these. I'm not going to go through all of those. And we can set a metronome with the different tempos and so on and so forth. And then there's demos. So that's pretty good. I mean, for $99, this does a lot, and I'm really excited to be able to have that with me in a little tote bag. It's so cool. So overall, I'm really impressed with this thing, and I can highly recommend it. For $99, you really can't go wrong. So I hope you learned something from this today and you enjoyed this video. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.